Hi and welcome to my live. So I'm going to have my phone facing the correct way, so I apologise if I don't wave to you because my phone is at the top of the table and I'm painting at the bottom of my table. So what am I painting today? So I don't know if any of you guys know where I'm from, but I am from England. England part of UK. So this is what I'm painting. Hopefully you can see it. Maybe I have to stand to see it. Make sure you can see the picture. So this is the London picture, so you can see partially there. Here you can see more of it. So this is what they expect you to finish off with, the picture. Apologise, still got a croaky throat from the other day. I suffer with allergies and pollen count is still quite high. So this is the London paint by numbers kit. So it comes as a series of 4 paintings, as you can see there. So the 2 at the top I've completed already, and these 2 at the bottom I still have to complete yet. So I've still got that one to do and I'm doing this one today. So it's called Paint by Numbers. Banner. The reason why it's called a banner is because it has this string at the top, so you can easily hang your painting. So it's by a company. Where's the name gone? I say right at the top. So it's by this company called Avec, and they are on Instagram. And this is an affordable kit. It's under €2 in Germany. So for that price, it's very. In England we call it cheap, but in Germany they call it günstig. Günstig means quality at a low price. So I'm not going to call it cheap because cheap means basically tacky. Tacky means like rubbish. So this is not a rubbish kit. Basically it's at that price because it's an affordable price. So this is the picture. Come on. Get to the correct. So that's the picture that we're painting. So it does come with 12 colours. So I'll just show you the colours. So let's show you like that. And it comes with 2 wooden paint brushes. Now I'm getting a collection of these now. So I will be using these in my other crafts, like for gluing and things, because they're okay, but I do like my see these ones that I got from Ravensburger kit, which is the more expensive brand. The quality of brushes is a lot better if I compare it to you. You can see the quality in this. And I do have other paintbrushes, so I've got quite a collection here now of paintbrushes. So these other paintbrushes I got are from Eberhard Faber, the yellow ones. So the wooden ones I've just shoved in here because I use them for gluing, and so I just put these back into here because I use these wooden ones for just brushing over. So I just add it to my stash, so they will go in there because I don't really use these ones. I use the Ravensburger ones. So I do have 3 kits of Ravensburger. I've made 2 already. So I prefer these paintbrushes because the quality of the brushes. So I use one for light colours and one for dark colours. So let's have a look at the painting itself. So it comes like this. It's a sketch with outlines, so you can see the texture in the painting. So I quite like this. It's got a little red telephone box. It's got a London bus as well. And there's like a Starbucks coffee on it. So I usually start with the light colours. And because I've already completed 2 other kits, I have all these spare colours from my other kit. And what I try to do is, if I have the same colour, like I have white on this colour, and the white is obviously the same, so I will use the white from the previous colour and use that colour up. So just move that over here. I've got a paint palette as well, just in case if I need it. So I just put a paint palette over here for now. So I shall start with the white first. And white is number 6. So I usually start with the lighter colours first because I go from light to dark. So I won't be doing much talking today now because, like I said, my throat is sore. So I will get the box because it's easy to see on the box. Let's get the box down. I've got the other boxes piled up. So look at the box. I find it easier looking at the box and trying to find the numbers on the picture. So D is that number. D is move out the way so you can see. So D is and I keep an eye on the time as well. So D, the D here is being drawn wonky. It's really strange. So when you paint over the numbers, sometimes the numbers show, so you have to paint over it twice, really. So start off with the D, because I know that's definitely a white colour. So the D is a bit wonky, so it doesn't matter because the background is a darker colour. So we'll be going over the background in number 1. Number 1 is like a blue colour. So you just take your time and go around the lettering. See, what I like about these brushes is that it goes into the corners of the texture on the canvas. So you can nudge the paint into the canvas corners. I like to have it neat, not smudgy painting. The other one, I found it very difficult to do the black background because the black kept smudging over the texture of the canvas, and it really annoyed me because it went over the writing. So the writing on there was in bright neon orange and it was "Hey You," because I had a migraine that day as well when I was doing the background. It was very difficult to focus on it, so I got a bit annoyed with myself. Supposed to be relaxing, but yeah, sometimes when you try to do something it doesn't work, you have to leave it and come back to it. So then I left it for that day and then came back to it another day. I went back over the bits that I smudged with more black paint. Because the background is black, like a dark midnight kind of black colour, I managed to go back over the smudged parts of the lettering, but then I still wasn't happy with it. Because the texture and then the layers of paint, it just didn't seem right to me. So I'm putting the white paint on, but you can't really see it that much. But the number is showing through, that's what's really annoying me. The number here, the number 6 is showing. Okay, it's a light colour. So I have to paint over that several times to get rid of the number. On the darker colours it won't show as much. So just use your brush stroke up and down over it so you don't leave fat lumps of paint. Because what happens, because it's acrylic paint, it leaves lumps when you're painting. You want to have a nice smooth finish, kind of a finish to your art. And there's no rush, you can do this over several days. I know some people like to just do something in one day and get it over and do it, but I'm the kind of person who starts something and then works on something else and then comes back to it, because sometimes you're not in the mood to finish it because you have to be in the right frame of mind. Because I suffer with allergies, sometimes I can't do it because my migraine or whatever gets in the way of thinking to finish it. There's nothing worse than trying to do an art and you're smudging it, because that will just frustrate you more. So I'm trying to straighten this D out now, because at the bottom where they printed it is gone wonka. It's not a straight line and it's bugging me. So that's that D part done. Now I need to find where the other white parts are now. Let's have a look on here. So there's the outline, the whole outline is in white, and then around the river. So this is quite difficult to see it, so I'm just trying to look to have a look. So these parts are quite fiddly because they're thin lines. And what you have to do is just wet your paintbrush a little to get the tip straighter and then dip it into the acrylic paint. So you're getting just paint on the end of your paintbrush to do the edges. You don't want to make smudgy paint lines. And you can just take your time doing it as well. So in this 1 hour I probably won't get much done because I'm trying to do it nice and neat. And because it's white, it doesn't matter that you might smudge it a little. I'm trying not to, but because I'm talking as well. But if you do smudge it, it's fine because you're starting with the lighter colours first. And then the second colour that's on here is like a beigey colour, which is number 2, which is like a peachy colour. And there it looks beige, but here's peach. And then the background here is a blue colour, which is number 1, which is a much darker colour. So it doesn't really affect. And the thing is, you start with the lighter colours because you can't paint over the darker colours with the lighter colours, if you understand. So if you painted the darker colours first and you smudge the white part, you can't paint over that white part very well. So that's why you have to start with the white first. And then if you smudge over the white, it's fine because it doesn't really affect it. Try not to smudge it so you get a much neater painting. But it's fine if you do smudge it, it's not a problem. It's just that you can't add the white really on top of the blue because it doesn't be pure white then. So the number is here, so I just have to go over it a few times to get rid of the number. So if you're wondering what the weather's like today, the weather is hot and humid again, so that's why my allergies is bad. But we did have last night thunderstorms, and we did have lightning, and it was very noisy with the thunder and lightning. And when it's weather like that, my cat gets scared as well. She goes hiding in the basement. Well, I call it basement, but it's really, in English we call it a cellar, and in different countries they call it a basement. I don't know, it's the bottom floor. I just call it my laundry room because it's a huge room where I do all my laundry, and I can hang all my laundry there on 2 huge, they call it horse racks for some reason, I don't know, where you hang your clothes out on these huge, they had them in Dubai as well, like a laundry thingy, clothes hanger, big metal thing. Yeah, if I hang my clothes outside, then all the flies and everything goes on it with my allergies. And the cat plays with it as well. If clothes are blowing about in the wind, because in my other house, I bought this expensive clothes thingy. I think it was called from Baranti or something. So it closes, opens and closes like an umbrella. But because the clothes would spin around in the wind on it, the cat would think it was funny and she would try to rip the clothes off it. So the clothes were dry on it really well, hot weather. But the thing was, my cat would think it was funny and it was a game. But not only did she do it, other cats in the neighbourhood would do it as well. So then I got fed up of, in here I didn't bother pouring it out because I thought I'm not running around trying to catch all my laundry from the whole garden because my cat's ripped it all off. So I'd rather just hang it in the basement room where air dries off, because we call it a boiler or whatever, central heating thing. So the central heating boiler or whatever that comes on, it heats the room up and it dries all the clothes there. And it's actually more hygienic as well because then you're not getting all the bugs and flies going on your clothes. And it means that if it rains, you're not having to run outside. You're not having to worry about going outside and getting your clothes back in. I know a lot of people have clothes dryers, but the thing with clothes dryers is it actually pills your clothes as well. Not only does it use a lot of electricity, so it's very unfriendly to the earth, uses a lot of electricity, they're noisy, and they actually wear your clothes out more. Because when I worked for a factory that used to produce clothing for a company called Marks and Spencer's, but we also did high street stores. So we used to have this special machine. Basically, it's like a huge tumble dryer. So you used to put the clothes in there to test them out. So I know what a huge industrial tumble dryer does to your clothes. Never mind a normal tumble dryer. So it actually shreds your clothes. Basically, this huge tumble dryer. So it was there to test out the pill. It was like a pill tester. Because we produced knitwear, so it was to test to see after how many turns in this machine did the fabric get pilled. And by pills, it's easy to explain to people. By pills, it means like these little bobbly bits on your clothes. So natural fibres, when a natural fibre rubs on your skin or against clothes, or say if you're wearing a t-shirt and it rubs against your jacket, the natural fibres, the parts on the ends of the fibre, will turn into like a little circle, and it will drop and fall off because it's rubbed against the fibres being rubbed. But a fabric that's made of man-made material, the actual fibre doesn't fall off. What happens, even if it's a mix of cotton and polyester or something, what happens to that fibre is it turns into like a little pill, like a little bobbly bit on your clothes, and that's what makes your clothes look horrible. But you can actually buy these little gadgets, and I do have one, I'll have to show you. So you use these little gadgets to basically take off the little pills in your clothes. And what that does is actually make your clothes look back to the state it was in before it gets all these pilled parts on it. But yeah, tumble dryers are not good for you. They're also not good for me because of my asthma and my allergies, because it also keeps all the lint in it as well. So the amount of lint that comes out of your dryer is absurd. And also the heat and the moisture as well. So things like heat and damp and moisture affects people like me who have allergies. So I have to be really careful. And also like the things that I wash my clothes with as well, the chemicals. You have to be careful what washing powders you purchase and what clothing liquid you purchase, because a lot of these have allergens in them. It's the chemicals of the added perfume that's in them that actually make your allergies worse. And these also actually clog up your washing machine as well, so you have to use other products to declog your washing machine. It's amazing where these companies what they use to manufacture the product. And there is a difference between the brands as well. So a branded product and a non-branded product, there is a difference in the actual raw materials that they use. There is a reason why branded products cost more than non-branded products. It's not just the name, it's the actual quality of the raw materials that go in as well. So for certain things I'll always purchase just the branded goods. I will not purchase non-branded, if you understand what I'm saying. But going back to this painting, yeah, it's by a company called Avec. And this brand, it is a very good brand. You'll find them on Instagram. And they have their products in store. These are available at the moment. I have seen them last week when I was in Action. They had, well, in my Action anyway, I'm not sure about the other Actions. In my local Action they had a big shelf of the Avec products. So the Avec products, they do different products. So they do diamond painting, and I do have a video up on YouTube of the diamond paintings, and I do have a video of this as well on my YouTube. Not of this kit, but actually the unboxing of the other kits. And they do other products as well. They do diamond painting cards, which I've been doing. They do bigger diamond paintings, which are 30 by 40. They also started last year doing 40 by 60 centimetre diamond paintings. And these are all for under €10, the bigger diamond paintings. But the only thing is, with Action, they only have their products in there for a limited time. So you can check the Action newsletter if you're after these products to see if it is in your local store. Action don't actually sell online, I don't think. They do click and collect, I think. Or they did in the store that is local to me, when they had the strong corona rules in place. And Avec do other things like bullet journaling and other products. So this is what I've done so far. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully I'll do it this way. You can see it. So I've just done the D down there and just some of this pathway here. So you have to just take your time and do it. I am talking as well, so I'm trying to do two things at once. Somebody on Instagram said to me when I went on their live, I was writing on their live, and they said to me, "You talk a lot." This made me laugh because they actually talk more than what I do, because I'm actually demonstrating at the same time as what I'm doing. I'm actually doing multitasking because I'm talking as well as painting. Whereas that person was just they were reading tarot cards or they do the music. So they're not actually doing multitasking really, because they're not having to concentrate on what they're doing. But yeah, I have to concentrate on what I'm doing because I don't really want to smudge it, because I like to keep it in the lines. So for this, try to keep it. I'm trying to keep going over this number because it annoys me when the number shows through. So I have to add a few layers to the number. So my next door neighbours are still renovating the house. Today, just before I came on live, they were arguing in Italian. I think it's Italian they speak. Sounds like Italian. So they were arguing, the builders. It was really funny. I thought, I hope they stop arguing because I'm going to go on live. So while I was finding the charging wire for my phone, all I could hear was them arguing on the phone with somebody. And because they were outside, you see, on the telephone, on the mobile phone. I thought, oh no, they're at it again. I just hope and pray that they finish the building work, because it's getting really annoying now. It's been like, it's June now, so from February to now it's like being 4 months of hell for me. Because I get non-stop migraines with this constant drilling and bashing of the walls, and it's not as bad today, but it's when they start that, it's like a saw machine they have. They're cutting something on like a rotating saw. And when that noise goes, it goes right through your brain, this metal noise. It's really awful. I usually have my headphones on, but not for live, because I can't do it for live because the headphones connect to my phone and there's no music on my phone, because obviously I'm on live talking to you guys. I don't know if there's anybody there, I'm not sure. But yeah, I usually put my YouTube music on. So this is Kid Francescoli. He's been on tour. So this is my friendly Instagram music. So I've got a video up from last night on my Instagram. So he was in conjunction with French 79 music. But I love his music, it's just different. And he's a very friendly artist as well, so if you leave him a message on his Instagram, he'll get back to you. Just that if you want to write to him, try writing to him in French. So I do know French, but my French is very rusty. So sometimes I have to use Google Translate to remember what I'm trying to write to him. If there's something in particular I'm trying to write. But yeah, he's on tour. Some of his concerts are sold out because it's not a very big concert. So if you are a fan of Kid Francesco and you're trying to get tickets, you can have a look on his Instagram page. But yeah, his music is very nice. Some of it is in conjunction with other artists as well. But yeah, I love this music because it's very relaxing. When you're doing an art, you want some music that's upbeat but also relaxing. And the keyboard music that he plays is quite nice. Whereas the Beach music is more upbeat, if you understand. So the Beach music, if you're doing something like diamond painting, it's fine because you want something that's just going to turn out that noise from next door. That's loud and upbeat. So these lines look really strange. They look really like zigzaggy lines to me. So I used to do paint by numbers I didn't do that much of paint by numbers, but I remember when I was a kid I used to do these paint by numbers because some of my neighbours, when we lived in the UK, some of my neighbours, they knew I was into art and they used to get gifts like for Christmas and stuff for us, for me and my family. But for me they used to get because they knew I was quite artsy. But I don't know what happened to none of my art because all my art's gone. And the art that I had from student days, I actually donated it in Dubai. I had a huge folder of my art, but because I was moving to Germany, I had to de-stash all my stash of stuff that I had. So my whole art collection, I donated it to a charity in Dubai. I think it was called Dubai Cares. So it's a big crafting group they have down there. So they actually craft as a group, they sell the craft. So I donated it all to them, all my card making stuff. I had tons and tons of card making stuff. So I thought there's no point shipping it yet again to another country. Because I just paid loads of money shipping it from UK to Dubai, and then I thought it would get ruined again if it goes shipping yet again, because actually some of my stuff do get ruined because of the shipping company that shipped it from Dubai to here. Some of my stuff smelled of seawater. I think the container must have got leaked. And some of my stuff got broke as well, even though I decluttered a lot of the stuff I had. So yeah. It's fine, I'm not really bothered about my art that much. I'm not a person who clings on to the past as much. I've got a couple of things that I kept, but not that much. I'd rather give my art away than keep it. Because normally in the UK I used to make my art for friends and family and people in the community, so my art would go to people who would appreciate it. But I didn't used to keep it. I never used to keep all my art. Like here, I make it and give it to some friends when they visit. But today, like nowadays, it's very rare because we don't get much visitors because of the coronavirus. So when my friend does visit, a couple of friends, I usually already have made something and then I give it to them. And then they get surprised because they think, oh, she's made us art already. Or when I give some art things to a friend's daughter, because she's a teenager. She was very shocked because she wasn't expecting anything. So I'm a bit stuck on this one now. Let's have a look. Oh, no wonder it's got 2 lines there, so it's got a gap in between this bit and this. I thought, why are there 3 lines there? No wonder. Have to look at the picture more closely. I'll keep the picture so I can see it. It's not clear because some of them are not numbered, so. So I'll show you here, maybe you can see it. So I'm doing this part here, it's not very clear on the picture. Because I'm talking as well, I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing. So I need to concentrate a bit more now on the lines. So I'll start on this little line here. So for the little lines, just get a tiny dab of paint. I'm going to have to wet my paintbrush again now. Just to get the edge straight. But yeah, when my friends visit, I try to give them something that I've already... So that's why I'm trying to make things now when eventually they'll probably come and visit, hopefully. Hopefully this corona thing might be over soon. Hopefully. And they can come and visit again. I haven't seen one of my friends since last summer because they came last summer just for a quick day, afternoon or whatever visit. So I haven't seen her since then. And because it's her birthday in July as well. So I want to make something, or maybe I've already got something that she might like. I can give to her for her birthday. So yeah, in the UK I used to do a lot of card making. So the card making was more like scrapbooking actually, and it was mainly like for birthdays, so it was like a personalised birthday card that would go into like a scrapbook. So the birthday card would be a photograph of the child or whoever's birthday was. My friend would give me the picture and then I'll do the picture around whatever theme. So where's this line going? I can't really see it. The lines are very faint on here. So yeah, the picture would be a scrapbook and it would be about the theme, whatever theme. So some kids were into like, I don't know, can't remember much now, but some kids used to like Spider-Man and some used to like Batman and stuff. So I'd have to do it around those themes. And some loved like cars, so the kits that I used to get were from like QVC. I don't know if you know of QVC. So it's a shopping channel in the UK. So I used to get my kits from there. And the kits were by a couple of people on there. One was, she's quite famous in England. Don't know if you might know her or not. She was called Dawn Bibber. So she was the original kind of artist on QVC, and then she left. And then Kanban had to do their own advertising then, because she used to advertise for them on QVC. Like she used to make her own kits as well via Kanban. So people get confused because Kanban is also like a packing system in the manufacturing community. So Kanban is like a tray system. So like in clothing manufacture, Kanban used to be, not the company, but the actual system. is, well, basically like this, is like a tray of 6. So what happens is clothing is placed into trays or trolleys or whatever you want to call it, and along the production line. So along the production line, the first sewing machinist will start. So the first, say you're doing a t-shirt, so the first sewing machinist might start and sew the neckline. So they'll sew the neckline at the top together. So then it'll get moved on to the next person. So that is the overlocking person. So an overlocking means the 2 row edges are sewn together, and it's done with either a 4-thread overlock or a 5-thread overlock. So the 4-thread overlock has 4 threads, and it might have a twin needle or a single needle. So actually sews the fabric together and actually finishes the fabric together. So it sews and overlocks the edges. So overlock basically means it covers the raw edges with a knitted finish. Just trying to paint this as well. With a knitted finish, as well as cutting the raw edges of the material off. So an overlocker's job is to make sure they're not cutting off too much of the garment while they sew the garment together. And also they have to make sure that the tension of the sewing is correct, so they don't stretch the fabric, because on jersey garments, if you stretch it, then the garment's going to be out of shape. On flat garments, you have to make sure that you don't pucker. Pucker means is like trying to put light, so you want the fabric to sit flat. So what would happen, some of the machinists would actually end up puckering the fabric, because if they were inexperienced, they would push the fabric through the machine too quickly. So the top of the fabric would be flat, but the underneath of the fabric would be creased. So this made the fabric pucker. So that's what the word pucker means. It means creases in the material. So yeah, the Kanban system works like that. So the first sewing machine does the shoulder and part of the neckline, and then the next one will probably do maybe the side seams. No, not the side seam. The next one will probably put on the sleeves, the top of the sleeves, and then maybe the next one then sews down the sleeves, down the side of the garment, and then the other one probably does the neckline, and then the other one does the hem, as well as putting the garment labels on. And then at the end, probably the fifth one probably sews the actual garment label into the neckline. And then comes the QC people. So the QC people then have to trim off all the ends. So if there's any raw stitching or raw ends left, they have to check for that and cut the raw ends off. And then they put a little sticker. So in your garments, on the actual wash care label, you might see a little sticker that says QC on it with some little numbers. Now you probably think that's a bit strange, but that's because the person who's checked the clothing item has a special number with that sticker on, so then they know that item, the fabric and the quality is being checked and that the stitching is being checked. Sometimes the quality control is not there and you'll get garments going through that have actually got faults. If that happens, then the actual the manufacturer gets fined by the actual shop that is that the product is going to be ended up with. But yeah, a lot of companies, it's not just for diamond painting or art, a lot of fabric companies actually, you'll see them copying licensed companies. So if you go on holiday and you purchase a t-shirt that might be normally a branded t-shirt that's normally 30 to 50 euros in Europe, and you purchase this t-shirt for like 2 euros or something in a holiday destination, you can probably tell it's a copy because it's not the actual thing by the quality of the material and the inferior fabric and the inferior manufacturing. But yeah. I think that's why a lot of these branded companies get annoyed at unlicensed articles. And what happens in Germany, they get destroyed at customs. So customs goes through shipments and they'll destroy the product. So if somebody is trying to illegally sell fakes, as they call them, in Germany they actually destroy the product before it's actually got to the person who it's addressed to. But yeah, it's frowned upon in European countries. That's why the European laws are very strict. But yeah, we don't know what's happening with England and with Great Britain coming out of the EU. Still don't know what's happening. So the British in Germany, we still don't know. So it makes life for us British people very difficult. So where does this car one go? Does it go underneath? So it's very faint here. It's very difficult to see where this white pill goes. Some of these lines are very difficult to see, as you can see. Maybe I don't know if you can see this, but like here under the car is very difficult to see. Some of the lines are very faint on this painting. Maybe I got a faulty one. Maybe I need a magnifying glass because it's very tiny details. Yeah, it's very tiny, these lines. Maybe I should have done the other painting. Maybe I should have done what's the other one I've got left? The other one I've got left is this tropical one. Maybe I should have done that one for today. So this one takes a lot of concentration. Especially these lines. I haven't got much done in 1 hour. It's quite little. I haven't even done the white parts yet. But yeah, if you want a nice tidy painting, just take your time. There is no rush to finish it. So let's see where this line goes to here. So my cat is hibernating in the cellar at the moment because it's very warm outside. She was out earlier, but then she came back in. So in the daytime she stays indoors where it's cool in the basement, and then in the evening she wants to go out when it's cooler. Yesterday I tried to film her because she was making weird cat noises, but she just didn't want me to film her. So her meow is quite different, so I wanted to film her meowing, but she just didn't want me to film her, so I left it. When she doesn't want to be filmed, she puts a paw up at me to say don't film me, so I thought okay then. You don't want to be filmed, you want to go outside. Like on Sunday she was sat by the door, wanting to go out, trying to open the door. But she let me film her on that day, but then she did put a paw up at the end to say, come on now, you've been making me wait. You've been making me wait to open, you've been making me wait, and I've been sat here waiting for that door to open. And after 30 seconds and the door's still not open. It's very impatient for 1 minute. This door's still not open, you've still not opened this door. And why is this door in my way? But yeah. She's quite an intelligent cat, but at times she's very impatient as well. But when I'm cooking in the kitchen, she's very patient. She'll just sit in the hallway, just waiting and watching. Because she waits to see what I'm cooking, you see. Not that she wants any, she just sits there keeping me company. Because she knows then I'll give her one of her cat treats. She has several different cat treats, so she just sits there wondering which one is she going to give me today. It's quite funny. So today she just sat there on her cat tree downstairs. So she let me brush her hair today. Sometimes she grumbles, like she goes like this. Why are you combing me hair? So then I have to give her her treats first before I comb her hair. Because she gets all these tangles by going in the bushes outside. There's like brambles behind, not in our house, but on the part where the little brook is, there's brambles. Because she goes on the bramble parts, she'll get these little twigs stuck on her. She goes exploring everywhere, she does. But thank goodness she hasn't brought me a little present so far. Sometimes she'll bring a little present back. And by present I mean like a little mouse or a shoe or something, as if to say, you know, here you go, Mum. I bought you a little present, Mum. She thinks of me as her mum, you see. As her cat mum. Her real cat mum, was a very shy Maine Coon. Didn't come out or anything when we went to visit her, when we went to get my kitten. Whereas the father, Ruby's father, was a big, huge, giant, like teddy bear cat. Very friendly, like a lion, ginger tabby cat. Very friendly, comes up to you, wants to be stroked on the head and on under the chin, and very proud cat. So Ruby is sometimes like him as well. Very proud lion. And sometimes she just wants to be left alone like a mum and just hide. And so like when there's noise there, just go away and hide in the cellar. But yeah, her fur's gone really long again, so I don't know, maybe she'll have to get cut at the vets. She has to go for another checkup and her yearly checkup and her yearly worming vets and worming tablets from the vets and all these other medicines that the vets give her. So I'm going to call it quits for now because I've had enough. I need to get a drink and stuff. I've got a drink, but I need to go and get a cup of tea because my throat is really sore. I didn't realise everybody was online and I've not waved to any of you. So I'll just wave to you now and then show you what I've been working on. So I didn't do much. You probably might not be able to. I'll just lift my phone off instead of show you because my phone is on the charging. So let's have a look at the box first. So you can see these wavy white lines there. So that's what I've been working on. And then here, if I do this, maybe you can see a bit better. So these are the wavy white lines that I've been... bit of my hair there. Pull that off. So you can see these are the wavy white lines that I've been working on. So there's not much progress yet. So I'll probably put this video on YouTube so you can watch it there if you need to. But as you can see, the canvas has this wonderful texture on it. And it has the actual bamboo, not bamboo, like a wooden banner at the top and bottom. And this is your like rope to hang it up with. So you can actually sand this wood down and then paint it as well. But actually you can see the texture there from the white. So I'm trying to keep it in the lines. You can see a bit of the number there, but once it's dry, hopefully it'll be gone.